Hello! Oh god, it feels so surreal to be back here doing actual new Xenoblade stuff. Oh my god. Of course, that's how I felt, all the other times, but this time is special because Xenoblade Chronicles, the Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition added a lot of new things, and this video is all about the brand new quest and brand new mode, so let's get into it then. So, in order to actually unlock this quest in-game, you definitely need to have Sharla in your party at least. I'm not sure the exact timing of it, like maybe when Sharla joins your party or maybe when Juju gets taken to Colony 6 or something like that. Either way, this is a very easy quest if you are like in the end game content like I am. So, let's go ahead and talk to this NPC that was added at the refugee camp in Bionis Lake. Hey everybody who's just showing up. Yahoo! Inspirations! Ideas pummel gray matter with brilliance! I didn't expect to find a Nopon here. Wouldn't you rather be at the others at the camp? Or with the others, rather. Yeah, what are you doing here all by yourself? Wow, that was a voice crack. Oh, and who might friends be? I'm Shulk, and these are my friends, Ryan and Sharla, and the rest. Hope we aren't interrupting anything. What's your name, if you don't mind? Oh, friends P's and Q's well-minded, not race and bond like other hum-hum. For such polite friends, I'll give full intro spiel. Ahem. Gifted with gizmos, talented with toolbox, all known by alls as very ingenious inventor. She's vibrating. Okay, name not quite catch on yet, but friend spread word, yes? Can do. Very idiotic inventor, was it? Oh, this hum-hum clearly from aforementioned barn of rudeness. Rude friend soon change tune, unveil of world-changing thingamajig very near. Don't meet a Nopon inventor every day. You're not like the others, are you? Friend make very astute observation. Inventor career start back in Colony 6. Took single look at Buggy that hum little pond trundle about with, and all of a sudden, zap crash of inspirations. But inspirations not solve last problem of making thing move. Real bound scratcher. Guess it ain't much use if it don't move. What should we do, Shulk? Well, I suppose I know a few things about tinkering with machines. Maybe I could be of help? Know a few things, do you? Nah, you're obsessed, man. Well-mannered friend, generous to boot. This hum-hum full packet. Here's dilemma. I didn't even notice before, but Ricky is in the tree. I love that Ricky's in the tree, contrary to what the heart-to-heart said. So, what friends think? Yeah, I think I see the issue. You're after a power source with both massive output and great longevity. She don't ask for much, does she? Actually, I think I know I can find something like that. You do? Where? Yeah, in the hangar where Ryan, Fiora, and I went to get those ether cylinders. Oh, I know the one. The cylinder hangar at the back of Tephra Cave, yeah? Yeah. The cylinders there should be up to the task. They're as pure as they come. Yahoo! Polite and generous friend tell truth? Huh. I never knew Colony 9 had a supply of ether cylinders right at their doorstep. I suppose that would explain why they kept such strong defense systems operational. Alright, let's get our mitts on some ether cylinders, shall we? Yeah. Yahoo! Future of science all up to friends now! For the future of science! World-changing Watchama jig. Find the materials needed to complete the world-changing thingamajig. To progress this quest, you must have Ryan, Shulk, and Sharla in the party. So, this is a pretty odd quest in the requirements because, yeah, you do need Sharla in the party, obviously, but specifically Ryan, Shulk, and Sharla, too. Like, any combination of them will do, but I just think it's a little bit weird that they would only require those 3 specifically, when literally I don't think any other quest in the game allows this. But hey, you know, if anything to complete the quest, God, look at those rock formations in 1440p quality, because I'm not at 4K yet. I'm planning on upgrading when Xenoblade 2 comes out. Hey, Defense Force Soldier, I hope you don't mind with us getting these ether cylinders for our world-changing thingamajig. Okay, thanks. Yeah, this looks like plenty of fresh cylinders. Even if we take a couple, there should be more than enough left for Colony 9. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Let's grab him and get going. Hey, wait! Ain't that one of the hunks of junk that attacked us before? The defense system must be back up. The Mechon are gone though, ain't they? What's there to defend against? Us, probably. We fought back last time and destroyed it. We must seem like a threat. Damn it! Of course we fought back. Well, if it's another smackdown at once, it can come and get one. Looks like it does. You know, this would be a threat for me, but I'm at level 99. Yeah, no, before it even got a chance to do, like, 1 damage to us. That ancient machine is level 15, by the way, so... Yeah, you're definitely meant to do this when you get Sharla in the party. That's why it's, like, so pathetic. 1 backslash basically did it. I was thinking of maybe, like, going Rhine and using Sword Drive, but, you know, I'm good. I'm good. All right, I got him. Thanks, Shulk. Let's get these back to the Nopon at the refugee camp, then. Yeah, for sure, though, for sure. All right, there we go. And let's do it. By the way, this is not a timed quest of any kind. This is one that you can do without having to worry about it getting deleted from story progress. Yay! Much like most of the timed quests here at the refugee camp. So, yeah, you can just basically do this whenever you want. We're back. These are the cylinders you're after, right? Yahoo! Friends exceed inflated expectations. Time for installing Moment of Truth. I'll lend a hand too. Look at my boy Shulk being all like, oh hell yeah, let's do this. It's alive! World-changing thingamajig of very ingenious inventor, finish at last. I call it Etherjet. Look at it from all the angles. Look at it! Look at it! Whoa! Won't lie, I was suspecting a pile of scrap, but she's a beauty. Yeah, Juju's gonna be green with envy when he sees this. Yeah, that buggy sucks. I gotta admit, this is the product of a very ingenious mind. Oh, hum, welcome to keep train of adulation rolling. Hey, can I take it for a spin? I'll bring it right back, I swear. That sleek exterior, those sweet details, it was love at first sight. Come on, please. Rhine, she put blood, sweat, and tears into designing that thing. I don't think she just lent it to the first person who asks. It's fine. Friends can take for a spin. Actually, friends can just take. See? She says it's fine. Wait, what? That right? Friends can take Etherjet. 1 per friend. Wow, that's too generous. You really don't have to do that. Job of inventor is to invent. Clue is in name. Needed test drivers anyway, so friends do me favor. Well, not that I'm complaining, but are you sure it's alright? Whole career, friends make mockery of so-called useless inventions. Big laughing stock. But mostly polite friends offer help without so much as gentle ribbing. That's why I want to repay kindness of friends. You had it rough, huh? Also, thing is total death trap. Not fancy taking life in wings. Huh? You say something? Probably just noise of engine. Anyway, we really appreciate you letting us use it. Oh, nearly forget important safety talk. Jet attracts more than envious gaze of onlookers. Also attract ire of baddies. That's okay, I'm level 99, I'm okay. What? So we're gonna get swarmed by monsters on this thing. Story in short, ether jet emit ether by bucket load of when friends use boost. No creature in world emits so much ether. So if friends encounter monsters mid-boost, must be wary, because they're likely to ruffle them wrong way. Right. Sort of makes sense, I guess. Monsters aside, it'll be a lot faster than walking. Easier on the legs, too. We shouldn't let that put us off making good use of it. Yes, yes. Hum hum vroom and broom to heart of content of hearts. And then, oh, this again. Hey, you alright? Yahoo! Inspirations! Head filled with endless buffet of invention! Now require privacy forthwith! This brilliance not going to bask in itself! She really loves inventing, does she? She's just like me for real. Well, we should probably leave her to it. Let's go, everyone. Think that'll be for the best. Yeah! Inspirations! Inspirations indeed. Easy quest to complete, and you get 10,000 experience for it. Not that I need it. Quest completed. You are now the proud owner of the Ether Jet. Or its proud test driver, at least. So here are the controls. All you need to know is that B is accelerate and A is to boost. And you get on and off by pressing the ZL and ZR buttons. So, monsters will still be able to target you, specifically the territorial rot Bart, while on the Ether Jet. So, take care of any monsters that may stray in your path, unless you're like too high level for them. So, yeah, you won't be able to get onto the Ether Jet while you're still being targeted by a monster. Also, picking up collectibles in the Ether Jet will fill your boost gauge very slightly. So pick them up as you explore and maintain a steady stream of boosts and tear across that landscape. Also, you can use these in Future Connected, and they operate the same there as they do here. And yahoo! Friends may unfasten tenterhooks. Finally time for grand unveil. Huff, pant, wheeze. Hyperventilate of excite. Conveniently provide dramatic pause. Extremely exciteful event is begin. Sorry, you lost me. What kind of event exactly? Official name? Nopon Grand Prix. You're a Nopon Grand Prix. It's the most big octane occasion in all Nopon history. Grand Prix? Is it some kind of race then? Calling it race not do justice. Friends, go to next door Gower Plain and see for yourselves. Ho 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 ho! Yahoo! Ideas rise from brain love like pollen cake and hot oven. All right, I think I get it now. Well, be sure to give it a try. Yeah! Inspirations! Indeed, inspirations. So at certain points in the story, you'll be able to unlock courses for the Nopon Grand Prix. Just open up the main menu and press to, well, attempt the Nopon Grand Prix. If you perform well, you'll be able to get brand new gear. These basically won't do anything, but they look cool. So you'll wear a full set for increased acceleration and speed, and it also applies for Future Connected. Fulfill the certain criteria for every reward to gain these perks permanently, independent of your equipment. I mostly just use them for fashion gear anyway. So, yep, basic controls as it were. When you get to Magna Forest, you'll unlock a course for it. When you get to Alchemoth, you'll get a course for it. when you get to Valak Mountain, you'll get a course for it. And I'm not sure when this is unlocked, actually. So basically sometime between Valak Mountain and Bionis Interior, I think. Or Prison Island, one or the other. It could very well mean a lot of things. All right, losers, get in. We're going Xeno karting.
I'll be right.
All right, so here is, oh God. where are you guys going? What? Melia, I know you're excited, but calm down. All right, so here we go.
Go, go, go!
In a big, wide open space like Arid Sea, this is perfect. So, using this to travel around makes exploration so much easier. So much easier than it ever was before, because remember,
All charged up.
for the past 16 years since this game originally came out, all we had to go on was the fact that we had to just swim everywhere. Well, specifically in Arid Sea anyway, in order to get to all these islands and junk and yada, yada, yada. But this is so cool that they even bothered to add this into the game anyway. It feels like they really learned from, with these Xenoblade Trilogy Switch 2 editions, that, you know, it's not just simply enough to upgrade to 4K 60 FPS like they did with Xenoblade X. This brand new content is just so cool. And, you know, it already makes an already perfect game even more perfecter. Yes, please. Yes, please. Now, granted, not every single area is, well, designed with this in mind, because this was, you gotta remember, this was originally designed with the Wii in mind. Or rather, with walking in mind. So areas like Macla Forest might not be the best to bring out the Ether Jet, because you'll have to bring out these, you have to bring out these Ether Jets on these, like, really tight bridges and stuff.
Go, go, go!
But, like, you know, still, just so long as you're not boosting or anything like that, then you should be A-okay. I mean, as long as the frame rate doesn't chug. Yeah, just so long as the frame rate doesn't chug, then you'll probably be absolutely A-okay with this. So, all that is well and good, but what does that mean if there's not a new mode to take advantage of this? Well, that's what the Nopon Grand Prix is for. So, score attack. You basically want to get the highest score possible. You got to smash the ether ore strewn across each course to earn points. And you have to pass through all of the checkpoints in the correct order. And that will also extend your allotted time. So, of course, you want to get the ether ore in the same 3 colors, like red, blue, green, and each of those chains will add to your score. Use color bonus chains for a high score. Achieving multiple color bonuses will get a color bonus chain to earn even more points. Missing even a single color bonus will reset your current chain too. So those diamond-shaped ones are strewn throughout all the course. Meanwhile, the ether ore will be typically at the end of each course, in case you need extra points. So in score attack, large ether ore will appear near the end of the course, of course. Of course. Draco, score quickly, get to the goal area as fast as you can, and use the rest of your time to break the large ether ore over there. And in Battle Race, it's basically what it sounds like. You need to get there, you need to get to the goal first, out of all of your party members. And of course, as you get each and every party member, more competitors will be added. But since I have every single party member, then, well, that's the deal. In Battle Race, you can actually, by smashing the ether ore, it'll extend your boost gauge. So it's a good idea to always keep on boosting in this one. So I like this one. Are you a daredevil who flies off cliffs to cut corners? Or perhaps would you rather find the path with the most ether ore? It's all up to you. So, kind of like with the design philosophy of Xenoblade itself, essentially, pick whatever route suits you best. So, just like before, each and every course will be added as you go along here. Basically along the same sort of pathways. So, Biona's Leg, Midnight Forest is Magna Forest, Alchemoth at Dawn is Alchemoth, Blizzard Rally is Valak Mountain, and Colony 9 is available sometime between Valak Mountain and Biona's Interior, I think, or Prison Island, Part 2. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I already did this in another save file, so I already have all the equipment sets for everybody, because thank God multiple save files exist, and they're shared across all the files. But in order to get every single piece of equipment for everyone, you need to complete every single course with every single character, including the battle races. So yeah, you have to get a certain score with every single party member, and you have to win with every single character on every course in order to essentially get these for free. Thankfully, there is a way to get the second set of equipment pretty quickly, but that'll be saved for another time. Or rather, for later on. Thank God Nopon Archsages exist. So, of course, every single character has a different set of stats. Speed, your top speed. Acceleration is how quickly you speed up. Boost gauge is well, basically how much boost your character can essentially have. Handling is how easy it is to turn and drift. And weight affects monster slowdown and slope acceleration.
I'm up, am I? Looking for someone?
Ready as always.
You would choose me?
Pick Ricky.
Going for me? You're picking me.
Every character has their own set of skills. And honestly,
You would choose
I
me?
feel like Melia would be the best one. Well, mainly because her handling and her boost gauge is the best out of all of them. To the point where I think it doesn't really matter what her acceleration and her speed is. She's definitely the lightest out of everybody.
Ready?
So,
You would choose me?
let's do Melia first. That Caterpillar circuit. Insert the Mario Kart intro music here. That's basically essentially what this is. It's just an arcade style, you know, Xenoblade kart mode.
In the name of Melia Antiqua.
3, 2,
All right, let's go.
Well, that's one down.
So, Catapult Circuit is definitely the one to get you started off on. Because there are big wide open spaces for you to, well, turn and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And believe me, I know this course because I already did this with every single character known to mankind. I missed that chain, but who cares? All right, so pro tip. Tap the B button. That will let you turn quickly if you need to make a sharp turn. So essentially, just keep on mashing the B button. I'm doing very bad here.
There's more where that came from.
I'm doing really bad with keeping up the chains, but that's fine. That is very fine. So, for Catapult Circuit, for every character, you need to have at least 2,000 points in order to get the reward. Of course, I already have every single reward, so this is just purely for demonstration purposes.
To go on.
As you can clearly see, Melia's boost gauge is just amazing. It takes me a while to run completely out of boost gauge, and it charges up pretty quickly too.
Fully charged. Just
So,
turn as I do.
yep. I would definitely have to say Melia is definitely the best character for this. Most likely.
There's more where that came from.
Now, of course, here's where the ether ore are. Get them on the chain like this, and you'll be able to get all of the points you need, even if you already essentially gotten the score requirement. Which is honestly not really that hard to do for any of these courses, period. This is just to get the items in your inventory, really. Now, one thing I will say, though, is that They really should have had a retry with a different character option. Because you'll have to quit out, and you'll need to go back into the course again, and then select a different character. And that tutorial is basically saying, hey, maybe the Nopon Archsage will help you if you can find him. That's why you got all those Nopon stone at the as a reward for beating each course, and you'll get plenty of them every single time. So, and each reward is different depending on the character that you beat the course with.
I've got this in the bag.
Obviously, battle races are much better for this because they require a lot more skill. So it's really more of a, you know, high risk, high reward type of deal. So, as for Fiora, she runs out of boost gates pretty quickly, but basically just like the Protean she is, essentially she is one of the faster characters out there. Obviously not as fast as Rhine is, but her acceleration and speed are crazy. Are essentially very crazy. Obviously to the point where you might not even need boost gauge at all. And I wouldn't honestly really recommend using boost gauge at all for Fiora, honestly. Because it does help. It does really much help. And also, damn, Fiora, calm down! It does help, obviously, but not only does Fiora expunge boost gauge like no other character does, but it takes a very long time to recharge fully. And yes, those freaking dinosaurs are like everywhere here. Thankfully, they don't mess up your chain combos, so that's one good thing.
Go, go, go!
And they didn't, and I kind of like how they didn't have any other track to use other than You Will Know Our Names. So it's yep, it's definitely something. All right, I already got the score requirement anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what I do here from now on, just so long as I get the score I need. That's all that matters.
Great stuff.
It's also kind of funny how we end the course on the place where we fought the Telethia.
That's the one.
And yes, you have to do this for every single character, by the way. Yeah, every single character for every single little thing. Next up, we got Alchemoth Orbital. And yeah, one of my other favorite characters to use is Ricky. Indeed, Ricky is a pretty weird character. His speed is like very low, but his acceleration and handling are excellent.
Big show off his duty of Hirapon.
3, 2,
And yes, like people have told me in the heart-to-heart video, yes, EtherJet voice lines are also a thing here. But honestly, ripping the actual sound files is more of a hassle for me. That's a job for other people. Not me, I provide Let's Play style guides. I guess. Remember when I used to do that? I don't remember either. Now here's actually the wild thing about Alchemoth as a race course in general. So you notice that there's no NPCs around? Well, this essentially happens to be the point where Alchemoth is no longer safe thanks to Zanza. So Alchemoth would have been swarming with Telethia at this point. So why in the hell would they choose this specifically as a race course? I have no idea. Like, in lore, it makes zero sense why they would use Alchemoth when it's infested with Telethia as a race course. I don't understand it at all. But, you know, but the fortunate news is that in the battle race and in the score attack, there are no enemies at all to deal with. So, you'll have a very easy time. You'll have a very easy time not worrying about enemies at all here. I already got the bonus I need. And here we go. The ether ore is on the left or right hallways, by the way, and all the way upstairs.
Breather.
I didn't really have time to do that because I was running low on time.
Ricky had all under controls.
Valak, la 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 la
I'm
la
up, am
la.
I?
Going for
I'm
Ready as always.
looking
I
for someone.
Ready as
I'm
always.
going to use
You
Dum
know
Dum.
I won't let you down.
Yeah, no, like, when I listen to these, like, I originally listened to this with the sound off. Maybe it's because I was on an airplane. I was on an airplane at the time, just trying to get through all of these courses in another save file. But, man, Dumben is, like, really into it.
So, what's my strategy? 3,
Well, you'll see why later, but, you'll hear why later, but here we go.
take that.
Now, Dumben has really good handling, so he'll be very easy to use turning on. Using turning on, wow. It may not be the best for this, actually, but, you know, I did do it, so... If you happen to miss a chain of, you know, stuff, a chain of ether ore, then, or diamonds, then I wouldn't worry about it, because you can always just take care of it in the next 3
Excellent.
diamond chain thingies.
What?
Careful, Dumben! Your Morak is showing. Even though she wouldn't exist yet.
We'll show you.
I just like how he embodies, like, Morak from Xenoblade 2 and just goes, what?
Looking good.
God, if you know, then you know. Man, I'm so glad I didn't cover Xenoblade 2 yet, whatever. When they announce the Switch 2 editions, man. That's what I'll be going on, and it'll be in 4K 60 FPS.
Excellent.
Now, this turn right here is very odd. So essentially, you have your checkpoint right here, and you have another checkpoint right here, but you have to turn around really quick like this, because the checkpoint is, like, right there. So, it's very odd indeed. It's very odd.
Take that.
Honestly, I would recommend just going straight to the goal and just smashing up all the ether ores. That way you can get your bonuses all in.
Well, it is a
Plus,
test
they're
of
worth
skill
more
after
points,
all.
the ether ore are, so... Yeah, the big chunks of them. Hurrah! That's what the ether chunks are worth more, actually. I approve of the name Duster Leggings because it reminds me of Mother 3, which they really should have released on the Switch 2 by now,
I'm
but
up.
Going
you know
for
what?
I'm
It's
up.
fine.
I'm up, am I? All right, let's do this.
I had to shut up my talking flower, but Rural Road. Now, they definitely picked this hardest one on purpose. They definitely did this on
Let's
purpose
see what I'm made of.
because this really makes me think that Colony 9 was not designed with the Ether Jet in mind at all.
Nice. Keep it coming.
But I should explain Shulk. You know, him being the primary character in all this, he is, of course, just like Mario is in Smash Brothers, the most balanced and easy to use.
Fantastic.
So his stats aren't inherently good or bad. They are just very average. But, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing in this case. Now, of course, there are a lot of NPCs here, especially around the Colony 9 Defense Force area, so it's like,
Nice.
yeah,
Keep it coming. I'm
why
making
would they
it
ever,
time.
like, design the Ether Jet around this specific area? Like, there's a lot of narrow, like, pathways here. I mean, it definitely gets the job done and everything, but definitely not designed. Dude,
In one piece.
he really is feeling it. Truly feeling it.
Good. Push it.
Anyway, it's like with Colony 9 specifically, I haven't really tested it out in the actual like main game per se,
This is so
but
speed.
based on this, yeah, Colony 9 with the sole exception of the wide
Nice.
open area
Full charge.
that leads to like Agora Shore and all the others. Yeah, the town was definitely not designed with the ether jet in mind because there's a lot of narrow pathways and stuff. So, bit unfortunate, but hey, that's life.
Nice.
That's just how things go. So the ether ore are all right here if you need them, but I don't need them. I'm all good to get.
Look at that!
Look at that! My untamed shoes. Purely for, you know, demonstration purposes, obviously, because I already have all these as fashion gear. Now it's time for the battle races.
I'm up, am I? Looking for
So,
someone.
let's do this with Ryan. His acceleration and handling are very poor, but he has the highest weight and highest speed out of everybody.
Going
And
to
his
pick
boost
me?
gauge is
looking-
not really
yeah,
that
I
bad
got you
either.
back.
So, let's do this. Let us do this thing. It's also kind of funny how they use the nighttime music for this. And if you're thinking this is going to be the exact same course as the score attack ones, no, it is not.
I'm so pumped for this.
This is a completely different course, so let's do it.
Look at this thing go.
Well played.
Damn, look at him. Look at him go, man.
Smashing it.
Now, for battle races, in order to get the rewards, you need to finish first,
Terribly sorry.
obviously.
See, I can step this up a notch.
So, let's do it then. Let's do this.
Let's go, baby.
Now, unfortunately, when you fall from a cliff or a high height, you'll unfortunately lose all of your momentum.
I'll just get up harder. Coming through.
So, yeah, just be careful with that.
Right, still
And of course, remember, you have to pass through all of the checkpoints if you wish to gain the path to victory, as it were. So, let's go over to the Raguel Bridge. Well, smashing into all these mech on it, actually. And get more boost gates like this. Once you get a really good chain of ether ore smashes, or whatever it is,
Oh my days.
once you smash enough ether ores, then your boost gauge will be unlimited for a little bit, thus helping you gain the edge.
Let her rip. Smashing it.
And here we go. We're lapping everybody. Oh god. And here, scores don't really necessarily matter in the long run here. All you need to know is just get first place. That's all you need to worry about.
Ryan still got it.
You know, missed opportunity. But Ryan should have really. But, you know, since they got all the voice actors back, they really should have just
Smashing it.
did a new now it's Ryan time, you know, quote. But hey, that's just me.
I could do this all day.
Okay, Captain America. And with this final turn, we go into Le Goal.
Unstoppable. And he scores.
He shoots and he scores.
Booyah! Stick that in your furnace and craft it. Yeah, that's right.
Stick that in your furnace and craft it. God, Ryan's VA still got it, man. He still got it.
Going for me? You've got yourself a surefire win.
Midnight Forest with Sharla. So here's the other character that I haven't gone into yet. She's definitely more of the average character, if I were to say that. She's definitely not bad or anything. She's just like got worse stats than probably some of the others.
Ha! You'll rue the day you challenge
In term,
me.
well, when compared to Shulk anyway. Let's do it. She has pretty good acceleration though. So that's pretty good.
I can keep up this pace.
Um,
Look at me
so yeah,
go.
Midnight Forest is a bit of a weird track.
That's one down.
So you have to find your pathways through the checkpoints here throughout with all of this architecture and trees in the way. So it could be a little bit difficult to tell which checkpoint or difficult to see where you're supposed to go. Really, your only indication is the big, gigantic next. Yeah, I have to find out I have to, like, make a sharp right turn right there just so that I won't fall off.
That's one down.
Now, in case you do fall off or anything like that, you can hold the minus button to respawn.
Good. Let's keep
But
this
honestly, I haven't really used this feature. I don't really feel the need to use it. So, not entirely sure if that would be like a good thing or a bad thing or anything like that. But these races are just like really easy anyway, so
I've set the bar
I suppose it doesn't really matter. Really, the one track that you might possibly have trouble with is maybe Valak Mountain or possibly even Colony 9. But for the most part, these races can be very, very easily won. Like, no questions asked. Just remember that you can't fall off from a height, otherwise you lose all your speed. And if you run into a monster, you'll lose. That might be a little bit less detrimental than, you know, falling off a cliff. And there we go.
Good. Let's keep this. Woo! That felt good.
I like how Sharla just sits on her throne.
The folks in Colony 6 will be over the moon about this. You love to see it.
We love to see it. We finally have a Xenoblade game where someone says we love to see it. So real. So real. Alchemath at Dawn with Ricky. So, yeah, basically, he's basically the one that has the most reward for your buck here. So, let's go. And once again, this is Alchemath after the Teletia infestation. So, it's a bit wild, but, you know, it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. I will definitely say, though, like, this mode is a pretty interesting little time sink. Like, if you really got nothing else to do in the game outside of taking on the super bosses or anything like that, or maybe just rewatching cutscenes at 60 FPS or anything like that, then this mode definitely is the one for you. It's just that I had to sink a lot of time into this. But thank God I had a lot of time while I was on my trip to Louisiana. Like, I couldn't really get this out right away because I knew I had to practice for it. And, well, in practicing for it, I do have a lot more knowledge with it, other than just making a certain day one guide or anything like that. But, you know, it's all well and good. I love OBS, by the way. I love OBS, by the way. This is not the game. This is OBS. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I should really switch capture cards now. All right. So, let's do this. Let's do this. I also get the feeling that maybe, possibly, they could have designed this with more, like, original course design in mind, I guess? This is the one that kills me. This is the one that kills me. This is the one that kills me. I could have, like, I could have used the break in reverse, but, like, eh. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me. I got plenty of time. You know, this is just a race. I win these. It's fine. It's fine. I win these. I also just like how in Alchemath we end at the mural that depicts the Bionis basically destroying the Mechanis. Like it's not some sort of tragedy or something. Which it was. Blizzard Rally with Melia. It's kind of interesting how they used blizzard weather here. Well, I guess that's why it's called Blizzard Rally. And it's kind of
Empress races this day.
It's kind of interesting how, well, spoiler alert, Blizzard Vel'Khazaz doesn't show up here, thank God. Because that would be really interesting and or really bad for everybody if Blizzard Belkazas just happened to show up to ruin your day. So maybe this could possibly be the world's first ever Xenoblade kart game. I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if Monolith would have happened to make a Xenoblade kart, you know, in between, you know, possibly releasing in between the Switch 2 version of the Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade 3 and Genesis. I'm just saying, you know, you could do that, but yeah, you could do that, but you know, you don't. Stop the vehicle. I never broken before in this. It's like, so Smelly is like, stop the vehicle. That's a very Melia way of saying, yeah, use the brake. But yeah, you can zoom in if you can zoom in the camera if you want to. I honestly wouldn't recommend zooming in the camera for this type of thing, but keep it like wide enough so that you can see where you're going.
There's more where that came from.
Just so that your character isn't like the focus all the time. Excellent! They really paid that. It's definitely not the same guy as the Xenoblade 2 announcer, but you know, it's fine.
That's one down.
And this second to last one should do it. Basically, this is just a race around the thing. But out of all the places to end the race course on, it's not the Bionis wrist. That would have been for the score attack. But instead, it's this random little thing that you have virtually no purpose in going to in the main game.
Was there ever any doubt? A fine result.
At least Melly is enjoying herself. Honestly, this is actually a way better way to get Nopon Stone than the challenges do, honestly. Because it's not really that hard to do.
You're picking me? Yep, I'm on it.
It's really not that hard to do, and obviously the more beneficial rewards are in the battle races rather than score attack. So, yeah. Noticeably so, this is a pretty interesting mode, I'll have to say. Well, probably with the sole exception of the Colony 9 stuff, because it's just like way too many narrow passageways for
Watch out. I'm
for my liking. I'll be sure to show off the Nopon Archsage, you know, stuff before I end the video by showing off the equipment. But yeah, no, this is a pretty interesting little thing. This is a pretty interesting little mode. Again, outside of obviously the Colony 9 things, because, well, who would have thought that this would be a good idea? You know, hey, let's just put like Colony 9, a legitimate town, as a race course. I mean, I'll grant you, it's interesting.
I'm moving up. Middle of the path. But I still
God. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe braking is a good idea. Maybe braking is a good idea.
That's the way.
Okay, so yeah, once you run out of boost gauge, you're going to have to wait a little bit before you can able to use it again. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm not doing so good here. I'm not doing good. So maybe breaking all of those with Fiora is a very good idea. Get him all filled up the boost gauge by breaking the ore, and then just going to town with the boost gauge for a little while. Oh God, breaking the boost gauge for a while. So that's fine. That's fine. I'm in 4th place right now.
Going my way.
I'm in 4th place. I'm
That's the way.
This is not good.
Go, go, go!
Wait, who's the first? Ricky.
Overtake Ricky.
Yes, overtake Ricky. I did. That's because, Ricky, you're cool. But Fiora's better than you. Fiora's just, you know, just that girl, you know? She's just that girl. Once you glow like that, that means your boost gauge is at the maximum for a while. And by the way, this is the most wild course ending ever because who would have thought that, you know, the Ether Jet will go up all these like narrow stairs all the way to Outlook Park. I mean, it's fitting for a finish. But like,
Yes!
who
I can't believe I won!
dude,
That's the one!
that's adorable, the way she said that. It's just really adorable the way she said that. It's like, ha-ha! And she was really into the race too, we can tell. And that is the Nopon Grand Prix. You know, a pretty interesting diversion, if you really wish to, you know, sink some time in. However, you're probably not going to want to spend all of your time winning with every single character on every single course. So that's what the Nopon Archsage is for. So, because you got a lot of Nopon Stone by, you know, just completing the score attack and battle race challenges, you can go over to the Nopon Archsage area, and you'll be able to buy that equipment that way.
Which one strikes fancy?
So yes, all of the equipment set pieces, that is the 1 variation and the 2 variation, are available for trade with Nopon Stone. Some are definitely more expensive than others, and you'll have to grind up a lot in order to get some of these. Well, for the arm set, you won't really have to. But for the pants and for the leg equipment, or in Fiora's case, the drones, yeah, you're going to have to grind up a bit. But I promise you, it is worth it. And I am inwardly thanking God that this is just another way to grind up very easily for you know, the Nopon, the Master Art books. You know, so you can get your arts all the way up to, you know, the maximum level that they go to in this brand new definitive edition stuff. Yeah, level 12. So yeah, that is very good. That is all well and good. And now I feel the need to save and head on over to Future Connected. Here we are in Future Connected at Alchemoth. Site of the final battle, as it were. A brand new tutorial has opened up. Save data compatibility. Well, this is just basically for using the Switch 2 version. Switch 2 edition save data is playable on Nintendo Switch, but you won't be able to access the new content with this. You'll have to pay for the upgrade. So, yep, Nintendo Switch 2 edition save data is. However, your Ether Jet quest progress will still be kept and can be continued from any time from the Switch 2 version. The new gear will also be unusable if you're using your Nintendo Switch version. However, you will not outright lose any gear, and you'll be able to re-equip anything removed upon returning with the Switch 2 version. And also, congratulations! And here we go. We are about to zoom around Alchemoth.
And off we go.
Yeah, wait, hold up.
Stretch legs for bit.
I need to use Kino and Nene because I've been told that they sound wildly different compared to everybody else.
Nene up in hot seat!
I don't think they sound too different, honestly.
Set speed to silly fast!
Yeah, they don't really sound too different. Oh god.
Please to shove off!
Oh god.
Nothing
Oh god.
better than wind in feathers!
Yeah, we just zooming around Alchemoth. Don't worry about it. Whee! You know, all these fog beasts, you know, they're just like not minding our business, you know, that's fine. That's all well and good. But, you know, we zooming around Alchemoth where all these dangerous beasts are being, you know, but like, come on, dude. Come on. Who wouldn't want to go around the Bione's shoulder with just a super duper ether jet coming in and just like Now, unfortunately, Kino and Nene don't really have any sort of new equipment for the ether jet. So you're basically just stuck with what they have in Future Connected, which is the Ecru style, which is the naked style, modern style, and intrepid style for Kino. But hey, they get to use the ether jet, so that's a big old bonus. I'm about to die here.
Nene, not feeling wonder marvelicious. Not to worry. Kino good at
Yeah, not to worry about that.
All aboard,
Off we go.
Kinomobile.
So yeah, we're just cruising. Don't worry about it.
Push it.
Nene, an above average power.
Well, I guess that's what I get, huh? That's what I get. I should really just go around this in a wider area. Oh yeah, Grandel will actually do very good. Yeah, this one.
All aboard, Kinomobile.
Also, behold, buy on his shoulder. Well, this video is 1440p, but
Nene pedal to
effectively
battle. Nothing
4K.
better than wind in feathers. Kino racing. Not sure if from flight or excite.
yeah, they actually brought back the voice actors for Kino and Nene, which is kind of cool. I kind of wish they had their own little ether jet equipment, honestly, but it's fine. It's fine. You know,
This is some speed.
at least, you know, Nintendo and Monolith didn't cheap out and use AI. Because you can tell this is all real performances. You can tell. They're built different.
Set speed to silly fast.
But yeah, that's the whole EtherJet and Nopon Grand Prix in a nutshell. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting diversion. And if you just want some new equipment so you can see them in like cutscenes and, you know, to use in the main game as, you know, fashion gear and yada yada yada, you know, it's definitely something. It's definitely something indeed. And, you know, even if you're not into the brand new modes and everything, oh, I like how she uses the wings, her Nopon wings
Reversing.
to drive. That's really cool. Probably the same thing with Kino and Ricky, too. But yeah, even if you're not into, like, the brand new content, at least exploring around Bionis, Mechonis, and the Bionis Shoulder in 4K 60 FPS is just a real treat. And I can't wait for all the other versions, too. The other Switch 2 editions of Xenoblade 2 and 3 coming out. Man, we're eating so good.
All aboard.
All right, to end the video, we're going to show off the 7 main party members in their EtherJet equipment
And off we
sets.
go.
So, until next time, everybody, see you later.
Man, too much fast.
Bye.